Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're here with an exciting 1-1 on crossing in the woods between, in the northern half here, at FoV, fighting for the United States of America for the 2nd Armored Division, rolling towards fascist lines, under attack here from Panzergrenadier Angreifen, fighting for Germany for the Kampfgruppe von FoV. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that one. But anyways, fighting for them. Part of the Panzerlehr. Over here with special operations on the hand. Truck moving ahead. Volksgrenadiers, Sturmpioniere. Riflemen there on the way for FoV, who's got mechanized, airborne, and infantry companies chosen here for him. Rushing straight ahead with a truck here and crashing it straight into a building. That's a bit reckless. What's for your driving, Dieter? The citizens turn up just like Warsaw again. And we're actually seeing a pretty swift Raketenwerfer right here from Angreifen. He must be expecting maybe a quick rush here from the mechanized, maybe, or something else. It's a bit rare to see a player go for a Raketenwerfer rapidly, though. So not entirely sure what he is thinking. Also interesting to see him actually choose this doctrine, which does recently see a little less usage, or noticeably less usage. And he's also spreading out a bit, whereas we are seeing that FoV is heading here towards the right-hand side. Forces moving ahead there to Rifle and squads here already versus the one Sturmpionier unit. That's going to be a bit tricky here for Angreifen. And so we go, so Raketenwerfer has arrived, point there being secured. More riflemen are on the way. And there you go, rapidly following up here with the Kubelwagen. For Angreifen. Looks like he's trying to clear away some of the things here for the... I think the flat emplacement here to make it easier for it to shoot around, give it more, well, arc of fire, really. Sturmpioniers a quickly run off from by the rifleman there. No losses, by the way, to the rifleman. Only a slight bit of damage. Rest of the Sturmpioniers down to half health and already missing poor Jürgen. So there you go, Kubelwagen arriving here for Germany, for the Reich. Fuel point here being secured. We got the Kubelwagen here heading up this main road. Heading up there in the rear, some troops. Close quarters, pulling a bit back here though. Want to be careful there, don't get up and come in trouble. FoV continuing so far to gain ground. 3rd Rifleman squad there arriving, quickly moving on to a lieutenant. And there we go, exactly what he'd hoped basically. The flat emplacement now can actually cover the cut point there as well. Pretty cheeky there, I think, by Angreifen, but I suppose it works. Rear echelons pushed away from there. We got the mechanized regiment headquarters going up. Folks will heal up by the boats, but they're quick coming to from riflemen. They are out of cover here, by the way. For Angreifen, this is actually going to end up well for the rifleman. And he actually lost the rear echelon troops. Looks like the last one was hunted down here with the Kubelwagen and not given any chance to make it back home. Mechanized regiment there for Angreifen. Rifleman engaging the Sturmpionier this time though, a bit better position. Rifleman quickly falls back here. That's the sheer volume of fire from the Sturmgewehrs. Sturmgewehren. And we've got a M20 already there on the way for FoV. His lieutenant also moving out here, arriving on the field. Another Volksgrenadier unit here for Angreifen. What will be next one? What will be next? He's already here trading for fuel. I suppose one option here is an early flak half track that could certainly do some damage here to FoV and right here again, encountering the flat emplacement. And then the Kubelwagen. But there we go, cutting off a bit more territory there from Angreifen. He does hold one fuel point though, but he's still definitely being held back here by the aggressive early movements by FoV. Trying to sort of push across terrain, outmaneuver, and there goes strike at isolated units. And of course in that way he's trying to use the Kubelwagen to then sort of try and minimize the effect of that here from FoV. M20 arrives. Still no sign of a doctrine there from FoV. All bets are open. Closing in on maybe aim to get a flank half track, but there we go. M20 opening up. Then the Kubelwagen already heavily damaged. The Raketenwerfer not there to cover it. And there you go. Kubelwagen kaput. Raketenwerfer. Oh, actually got off a hit there. But looks like the M20 might make it away. Also, the Raketenwerfer could have just been cleared up here by all the infantry. Looking a bit risky there for Angreifen already. So far, no sign of the doctrine being used. No radio silence, for example. That might not have much usage at the moment. And there we go. We do get the flak half-track here on the way. M20 being repaired rapidly. Points being secured again. He's sort of going for a more spread out approach. He's trying to sort of make it harder for him to be pinned down, I suppose, with a larger force, but at the same time it also isolates his units, making them easy to be taken out here if FoV here works his units together, which he's largely doing. So it's a bit risky there, but looks like he's seeing a large effort here. The force goes supported by the Raketenwerfer. Flak half will soon also be joining him, which will definitely afford him a lot more firepower.
Heavy truck, ready for orders.
Also, one thing one can wonder, has he actually laid down any mines so far with this M20? Not from what I can see. And we also now got infantry chosen for FoV, opening up for mortar half-tracks, rifleman defensive structures, Browning light machine guns. Okay, Fangen, and there we go, another excellent hit there on the M20. So it gets away once more, popping smoke as it goes. And there we go, flak half-track moving up. One of the, well, overall I think 3 variants on the 251 with flak weaponry mounted on it. Though far from the most powerful variant, which I believe was one with 3 aircraft machine guns in a flak drilling mount. Also 20mm. You might try to actually catch the unit here on retreat, but no, they're not quite far up enough, and you might be a bit too late to set up just for that. Meanwhile, we do see FoV striking up else. We got a 50 caliber here around him as well. We do see it sandbags here as well. Cool. He walked straight into the grenade. Excellently timed right there by Angreifen. Sadly, FoV wasn't quite paying attention. There we go. Oh, M20 coming in fire here from the flak half track. Heavy damage then inflicted upon the M20. Units wiped out. Actually, the Sturm Pioneers knocked out there by the lieutenant. Nasty work there. That's going to hurt Angreifen and his Kampfgruppe already. Another Sturm Pioneer here on the way, but it's definitely a bit of a rough start here for Angreifen. Also a bit of a unusual one, if you sort of compare to what most Obercommand players are going at the moment. He's definitely going off the regular path here, which is partly why I'm actually sort of looking at it. But setting up here, he's trying to get the lieutenant away. For some reason it seems to be bugging up there with the setup time, which is a bit unfortunate. Did allow the lieutenant there, I think, to get a bit further away and out of the line of fire there from the flak half-track. Does a bit of damage, but overall not enough. Meanwhile, we do have FoV attacking elsewhere, and he's already got access there to the Browning light machine guns. He's quick to equip his men with a couple of those for extra firepower versus the Krauts. The Hun. Half-track up there as well. He could go for a battle group headquarters. Goes go for a Schwer Panzer headquarters. 50 caliber there in trouble. But in this case, the terrain here absorbs all of the fire, ensuring it takes absolutely no damage. Lieutenant still remaining up there. Looks like he's moving up the remainder of his larger force up to the right flank, while the black half-track is bolted by Sturm Pioneer. We also got the Raketenwerfer here trying to clear up, I think, some more terrain. Basically turn up more field to fire there for him. And there you go, Lieutenant in a bit of trouble. Though not as much trouble as the Volksgunners, who definitely aren't as well equipped. Of course, you could consider upgrading the Lieutenant with a Browning light machine gun. It seems like there's not enough munition for that. He might in fact be laying down some mines. I guess there we go, one M20 mine there. Another there. He's getting really aggressive with the M20 mines now. Dear, careful, Angreifen, careful. 4-6 men, eh? There you go. 50 caliber. We'll find it's not quite well covered there behind the truck, and there we go, some good damage inflicted there by the flak half-track, but no casualties. No casualties, at least for the time being. But some aggressive mining going on there from FoV, which could definitely result in the loss of the flak half-track. Points being secured. M20 counterattacking here towards the right side. Might be followed up with infantry. No anti-tank coverage here. He's laying down mines of his own. Splendid there. Schuminen. And there goes Schwer Panzer headquarters up for Angreifen as well. He could, for example, get some orbital done and then equip them with the Sturmgewehrs. That could definitely be quite potent here versus FoV's Riflemen. Sturmpine is under fire. We've got the rifle flanking in there with a brown light machine gun compelling a swift retreat there. Flak half-track was not supporting, well, at least within the supporting range, and now here we go. Full collapse on the right flank. He's not got a large force, he's rather extending. He's also floating a lot of manpower. I suppose it could be for some orbital launch, so that way try and turn things around a bit more, well, aggressively, and that could definitely work. There we go, orbital dart, and again closing in on the Sturmgewehrs, which could also be helpful. Riflemen realise they're about to walk into one nasty experience and very quickly get out of there. Heading a mine retreat, losing Jimmy. And again, another mine over here. He's really been thorough with those mines. That's 3 M20 mines in a row. That's definitely not something you see very often. But it's definitely bound to cause some problems here for Angreifen. Sooner or later, in particular, since he doesn't seem to be considering getting mines so far at all. Nice position here, that sort of covers the centre. We've got a major up, so that means armour here for FoV soon enough. The major, though, did get murdered there. Scoring the first sort of proper kills there for the flak half-track. Troops a bit of trouble. Shifting low, and there we go, we got the M20 moving in as well. Narrowly dodging the anti-tank mine. Close as hell right there. Riflemen need to get out of there before the flak half-track pulls them full of high explosive rounds. There you go, orbital moving up. They're quickly stopped here by a rather sizable infantry position here from FoV 50 caliber, nicely positioned lieutenant and rifleman there as well. The orbital down did not stand much of a chance there. Sturm Pioneers might be next here if he's not careful. Second orbital down unit out here, so quickly getting a bunch of those to gain an upper hand here. He's attempt to, and a unit wiped out there by the Scot. They're knocking out an entire Volkskrone of the unit. Great Scott. So that was sneaky good. And certainly the lack of anti-tank weapons is hurting it. But now actually, again, he does have the option of getting some Sturmgewehrs package, which again would increase his firepower versus the infantry sort of medium to close range much more, which would certainly be quite nice here. Would certainly not be a bad idea considering he's got the doctrine. There you go, Rifleman a bit of problem with the orbital, second orbital moving up, units moving up here, so there we go, getting caught by 2 orbital darting. This could actually quickly get out here for 5. We've got the M20, we got the Scot moving in as well, so there we go, tables turned already there on Angreifen. He's moving at the flak half-track. It's a bit of a risky position there, go 50 caliber tank through the flak half-track as well, but it might actually suffer since out in the open. But again, we do get that sort of issue there with setting up. Oh, almost got him, but needs to get away. Needs to get away. Scheiße. 1. Reverse. And we see a battle group headquarters going up here. Battle group headquarters already taken up there. Could he be aiming for King Tigers? It's just for the purposes of healing his men. Right now it's a bit risky, though he could risk losing it. Thus wasting the resources overall. He's actually aggressively moving up the flank half there to maybe push away the units. That's a bit bold, and we do see actually FoV does seem to be intimidated by it, actually pulls back. A slightly interesting reaction there from FoV. Who's quickly following up there with the Shermans, now controlling both fuel points. The situation is definitely looking a bit grim. Still remaining a small elite force and 1 medic going down there. Red Cross be damned. Or White Cross, whatever. But anyway, so there we go. Flank coming in. Oh, Scheiße, so close there to the M20 mine. And Lieutenant here getting pasted. Getting a few more kills there. There you go, the orbital dart move ahead here, and the flag half-back straight into the M20 mine. It just reached Veterans who won. Angreifen had a bit of luck there, getting some good kills in, but he managed to get to Veterans, but they go out, and they are just caught out in the water. He's just massacred by the orbital dart. But now the M20, the Scot moves in as well. There's nothing to really cover. The Kenmeth is nowhere to be seen. We do see a swift retreat there from the Oberst in assaulting. He's trying here to get the 50 cal, but they do manage to just barely get away there. Barely. He could, of course, consider throwing in another Sherman as soon as possible. In that regard, I mean, a fuel cache might actually help him a bit further there, and then he could maybe augment it later on with a praise to sort of provide some artillery. And there goes, Sherman is out. 50, or high close rounds might be an idea. For Angreifen, I mean, his options are right now to go maybe for a Puma, sort of an immediate choice to sort of try and deal with the Sherman, or he could try and wait for a Panther, but that might put a bit under pressure. In which case he's got, oh, there we go, Puma instead. Again, we have something a bit more mobile. He's going to, of course, struggle a bit with the current force composition, but at least it might keep FoV a bit more back, which could allow him to sort of build up for a Panther. Okay, we have there connects with the Sherman. Another mine straight there in front of it, and of course, by this stage, he might, of course, be thinking about minesweepers. So comfortable with struggling here versus the second armoured. Somehow still holding up. There we go, Puma arrived. He actually went for a mortar half-track. Interesting. There you go, schwerer Panzerspielwagen joining the Kampfgruppe. Emilio's up there on the rifleman. And Lieutenant here suffering an awful lot of shots there from the German infantry. Quickly pushed back. Still no sign of, say, Sturmgewehrs. Ooh, M20 might be pushing a bit too far ahead there. But no. And several shots there connect with the Puma. And the mortar half-track comes under fire from it as well. Scott as well. Bit of good damage there versus the lighter vehicles in FoV's battle group. Suffering a bit heavily. Oh, not quite sending up there. Oh yeah, oh dear. Mistake here by FoV. And there we go. Scott quickly rendered into a fireball. And a quick shot there to the Sherman as well. For good measure. The Obersoldaten section is still moving about there with their Maschinengewehren. Hoping to find some easy American targets to mow down. There we go, getting a bit of a nasty encounter with the Schwerpanzer quarters here, covering up some more terrain. And there we go, finally got some minesweepers up, laying down mines of his own. But there we go, the Sherman arrives as well! Interestingly enough, FoV has not shifted over to high explosive rounds occasionally. I mean, with the Puma, oh, it is a bit more understandable, but he probably a bit more of a better chance of, you know, wiping out entire units with that. Sturm Pioneers that seem to maybe be able to get away. Puma almost prepared as well. Of course, the question is what we get next to Puma. Another Puma, or maybe he will go straight for the Panther. That would certainly be a good move, though he's going to need some fuel for that then. He's definitely going to need some fuel. Otherwise, getting a Panther is going to take him ages, in which case FoV can easily get out several more tanks in the process, which will easily take out the Panther. Oh dear, the Major executed here by the Volksgrenadiers for crimes against the Reich.
Reconnaissance vehicle ready. Taking fire! Ready for action.
Keeping the Obersoldaten together, sort of creating a small but formidable anti-infantry group. And there we got FoV trying to sort of reduce it, but here with the heavy cover provided by the sandbags. It's going to be a bit difficult here for FoV since he's utterly out in the open versus the Ostrom, who are in heavy cover. I mean, he's going to have a chance because he's still got a lot of firepower. And there we go, the M20 though decides the matter in the end. Looks like he actually got one of the Shermans there with his Puma, although the Puma is in a bit of a sorry state there. FoV might have pushed his luck a bit too much, but there we go, second Sherman on the way. Mortar half-track seeing not a lot of action. Might want to push it up further. I'm a bit surprised he went for it at this stage of the game, to be honest. I mean, I would have more figured, you know, a priest to sort of arrive, which could also provide a bit more damage versus the infantry. And also from a farther away distance. Now we're actually seeing a Luchse arriving for Angreifen. I would not have expected that, actually. Not with all that armor sort of moving about on the field here, but looks like that is what Angreifen is opting for. Ooh. Getting a bit desperate, he's actually using Lekenmev to secure territory without any cover whatsoever. That's definitely pushing his luck a bit. That could actually result in a Lekenmev handing on to the enemy. And there going 20 moving ahead quickly. Can he get it? Can he get it? And no, Jürgen misses. There you go, quickly salvaging. That's a bit of fuel there. You could also salvage the Sherman, of course. we go. Puma under fire. He could use aimed shot. No, I mean, he's still, for example, yet to upgrade any of his orbital down there with the... There we go. This looks a bit more in his favour. Assaulting the riflemen a bit on their own. He probably wasn't expecting it. Looks at this stage of the game that could have caused why he went for it. But either way, moved in there and mowed down those riflemen pretty much in cold blood. Definitely giving Angreifen there a bit of sort of chance of getting back in the game with an infantry wipe like that. In particular, considering they were actually walking around with a Browning light machine gun, which are a bit more expensive to replace. Puma continues his hunt here for the Sherman. Flanking it. Getting off some good hits as well on the mortar half tank. Closing in on Veterans 3 actually. That would be quite good for him. If it could hit, come on, you can. There we go, mortar half tank out of control and into the fence. Sherman then moves in. Very close to Veterans 3 here, which would mean, well, besides mobility, also more damage on its gun, I believe.
You're ready. Send orders.
Still, the orbital done working together here.
Taking effective fire. Send your orders.
Not entirely sure what that was supposed to achieve. Ha! Look at this grenade, Americans. Fear it. And again, like we have had a bit of trouble here for Angreifen. Scheiße. Vorsicht. And Sturmpanzer is running straight to lay a mine, but instead they get mowed down. Luke's ordered into the counter-attack. Puma joining in. Small armoured reconnaissance patrol. Rather they're suffering. And quickly losing several members as the orbital done joining in as well here for the Kampfgruppe. Sherman. Get an aimed shot. Go. Ow! Shot failed to penetrate. Again misses. Scheiße. And misses again. But note here, I mean, he's doing quite a good job then sort of trying to hold the fuel points away from Angreifen, thus denying him fuel, ensuring he can't take up rapidly or say get any heavy armor easily. In fact, he's completely dug in around this point to a certain extent. But again, back for repairs. But maintaining sort of a mixed patrol there that can do some damage. The ultimate is going to struggle there versus a single Sherman without a kid and support or something heavier like, say, a Panther. It's going to be some time before he can reach it. I mean, he's only got, well, 100 fuel. It's going to take some time in for, say, the regular Panther. The Lukes did delay that a bit. It's interesting, I mean, he's gone for special operations, but so far he actually hasn't used a lot of the doctrine, if anything. And now we're seeing FoV actually getting several rifles. He's got plenty of manpower. Oh no, the Puma hit another of the M20 mines. So that's 2 vehicles lost to the M20. 2 vehicles. That's not exactly a bad kill count there for those mines. And that was a Puma so close to Veterans 3. That is definitely a bitter loss. But I really think FoV should consider taking all of that manpower and begin building some fuel caches. I mean, speed up the armor process. Maybe you can consider getting a Jackson up to provide sort of coverage versus anything heavier than that. Just a thought there. Or maybe munitions caches. I mean, a Priest howitzer could also work out well, but so far it just seems sort of content just throwing up more rifle at the enemy. Well, that and more Shermans. Which, well, I suppose was the American sort of way of solving problems. Throw more Shermans at it until there's either no more Shermans or no more Krauts. Ravnik caught in a bit of a crossfire here. Overwhelmed by Kraut infantry attacking. We've also got the Luxi operating on the flank. 50 caliber inside the building, a bit of trouble there. Could risk getting wiped out. A nasty situation there. In the meanwhile, counter-attack up in the flank with the M20 again. Holding up here, surprising on again. Having done quite a bit there. For FoV again, resulting in the destruction of not 1 but 2 German light vehicles, which actually ended up doing quite a bit of damage there to FoV. Looks like the 50 caliber actually managed to escape here. Angreifen looks after times, and there we go. assault here going on the right flank. He could try and move to the base and knock it out, actually. He could use the Sherman, for example, to clear out, say, some of the flat emplacements here, thus opening up the right flank. In which case, you could move up with an anti-tank and just basically bombard and chip away at Angreifen's base, essentially sort of slowly but surely knocking it out. It seems like that's not quite within his plans, and he pulls back. But time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation here is Angreifen struggling to hold territory, in particular struggling to hold fuel. That's definitely holding him back here for sort of delivering something a bit bigger here versus FoV. FoV, on the other hand, has got plenty of infantry. He might in fact be getting a bit too much of that. And his current situation, while he's still holding territory, he's got a larger force overall, got more armor, got more infantry, he's got them better equipped to a certain extent. I mean, I do think he could be a bit more efficient about it. Again, a few fuel cans sort of speed up fuel would be good, and now he should sort of begin wondering about enemy armor sort of in a further degree. Gaining a Jackson up to support that would be a good move for that. And then later on he could maybe consider getting a priest to that way and bombard Angreifen's forces. Another option could also be using his riflemen, who do, you know, possess the ability to lay down mines here with infantry's rifleman defensive structures, which could sort of in clusters, you know, say, mobilize any German vehicles as well. So there's also actually something to consider there. For Angreifen, getting the Panthers definitely going to be the priority. Panzerkampfwagen 5, strike towards the enemies, try to sort of keep it supported with the infantry and all that. Regain the fuel if possible and sort of defend it a bit better. And otherwise, then once it gets the Panthers, priority should be knocking out the enemy armor, securing the center, maybe also securing here and then securing the other fuel point. If we can do that, he's going to go sort of alright. A bit more pressure on the flank is going to be sort of decent if he can pull that off. But he also needs to do one thing, and that is clear for more mines. I mean, he's lost 2 vehicles to it already. He needs to be a bit more thorough about the matter. Otherwise, he could actually end up losing the Panther to that as well if he's not careful. But so far, that mine actually here seems to have been blown off. So there might be one less worry there. But who knows how many more FoV could end up putting down. But let's return to the fight here. Also might want to move over to the other side. There we go. Orbs line in a bit of trouble under fire from the 2 Shermans. He's still only relying on armor piercing rounds. He seems reluctant to use high explosive rounds still, even after the Puma has been, well, sent packing. There we go. Orbs line. Oh, shite! Entire Orbs line in there wiped out. Panzerwrecks are being handed out here for Angreifen. That should help a bit here. And stealing away to the MG34 there for the Volksgrenadier. They're still on bombarding here from the Germans. Still not using high explosive rounds, which again sort of limits his capability to sort of really wipe out. Oh, still got the Kettenwerfer though. I mean, he's still doing a surprising amount of damage there, despite, you know, not using high explosive rounds. Luke's firing away as well. And there we go. Luke's almost out. Can he get it? Nope, he pulls back here in the face of the Kettenwerfer, which he might have actually been able to clear out. In fact, he might still end up doing here with a 50 caliber, shooting down the small gun shield there, not actually doing much protecting the crew. And we see Rifle Squad here almost wiped out. He needs to be a bit more careful with his infantry, in particular around Angreifen's remaining Obersoldat. Enemy troops neutralized, yeah. We got a lot of engineers here repairing. It'd be a shame if someone was to say appear with an MG34 and again mowing down some of all those vehicle crews. Lieutenant forced away. Actually tried to steal the Kettenwerfer there. That's a bit risky. And there we go, moving up. Accidentally popped his M20 crew into the Sherman. And we see one of the crews actually got utterly annihilated there by Angreifen. So he has to leave the M20 abandoned there for the time being. That was a bit unfortunate there for FoV. But a nice little raid there by Angreifen, certainly turning things a bit for him. There we go, Rearson troops on the way to recruit. And there we go, Panzerkampfwagen 5 on the way here for the Panzerlehr. Kampfgruppe. Sturmponies marching straight into the Riflemen. Troops reinforcing. Tearing into those Riflemen. There we go, Sherman under fire. Lots of Kettenwerfers going in there. He's got 2 now, forming a bit more of a solid battery. Looks though in a bit of trouble there. He might end up losing it. He might end up losing it. Angreifen might have pushed his luck a bit too far here. There we go. Destroyed engine between 2 Shermans. And there we go. Gutes Nacht. Still could consider upgrading. Nope.
Tactical adjustments need to be made.
Set going for Panzer 6. Again, part of me would like to see some infrared Sturmgewehrs in those Obersoldaten.
Ready for action.
And there goes Sturmpioneers being hunted down. They actually seem to be getting away. That's the second time they've been hunted down by enemy armor and they escape. Though again, Decisive those high explosives around might look different, but there you go. Panther arrives, Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Vaterland. And there goes Sherman in trouble. His one option is actually, I think, order the one leading the way to lay down a smoke screen, allowing the other one to get away. Nasty hit, then Fleet veteran into one Sherman. He's actually driving around here, this little bit of terrain. And he's laying down a smoke screen to sort of make a way there once he makes another turn. Interesting, interesting. Though it's going to need the other Sherman to also lay down one. Otherwise, I mean, as we can see here, he just needs to pull back and wait for him to pass through the smoke. So right here, while the idea was nice, it was a bit lacking. It was only halfway there, and thus he still ended up getting one of the Shermans. It's not too bad there for Angreifen. McKenna for the also lost here to the Americans. You got the Fulskers here with an MG-34 tearing into those friends of the lieutenant there. Ambulance moving up. You got the Panther moving in. Needs to be careful. They need to be careful. There's a lot of riflemen with anti-tank rifle nades which could try and fight. There we go. Damaged engine. Can't find McKenna for Sherman's moving in. Oh dear, Angreifen. What are you thinking? 9. And he's getting another look. I don't really think this is the time to get another one. At the same time, though, FoV just lost 2 units, the infantry units, including the lieutenant. He's definitely taking the Fulskers with an LMG a bit lightly, but also the other units. So while he ended up losing a Panther, he was able to sort of, well, gain a bit more traction in terms of infantry. So it's not all bad, but it's definitely a bit of an uphill struggle. Instead, he's getting a Puma now. Another Schwerpanzer-Spielwagen. But right now, there's still actually an excellent opportunity here for FoV to maybe try and sort of basically, you know, finish off Angreifen. He's got no armor, no vehicles, really. He's got 2 Shermans. A good stroke here and there could actually sort of deliver some good blows and knock out Angreifen out of this fight. Oh, finally shifted out to high explosive rounds. There we go, the Sturmpioneers' luck ran out this time. Third time was the charm for the Americans. Okay, now for next up. Sherman, though, close to getting wrecked there by the rockets. And there you go. Crew dead, gun wrecked. Victory points not looking good for Angreifen now. It's 50 versus 305. But there you go. Puma moves ahead. Through the rubble. And the trash. Meanwhile, the Orbs here trying to grenade the M20. That's bold. Instead, they go for a smoke grenade, obscuring the crew. That also works. Now you got Puma moving into the while the confusion lasts. And there you go. Looks like another unit was wiped out, dropping a Browning this time around. FoV is bleeding out rapidly. He seems to be having trouble now controlling his infantry, and that's turning out to be a huge advantage here for Angreifen. It's allowing him to several times now wipe out units easily. In this case, it's actually handed him over a light machine gun. Definitely not a bad situation for him. So in a very short amount of time, he's actually lost 3 infantry units. The Sherman is doing what he can here versus the infantry, but he's still getting bombarded here by Panzer 6. And now we got the Puma joining as well with his 15mm high velocity gun. Same as the one they used in the Panzer 3.
The enemy is reduced to 300 points. Enemy fire!
Puma getting off a few hits here and there. There you go, 50 caliber actually lost there to the Germans. And Shermans are moving ahead. With more rifle on the way to sort of place. Oh! Almost taken down there. Whoa, that was extremely lucky. They should have died from that, but apparently somehow the explosion managed to leave them completely unharmed. Still 3 Shermans. That is quite a force, but interesting enough, he's not really pushing in with it. He's guys are pulling a bit on the back feet here, and we actually use artillery flares. I think that's, well, the second sort of ability is actually used from the doctrine, surprisingly enough. But he's got 3 Shermans. I mean, in theory, he could actually sort of crush Angreifen here with them. I mean, roll over the Kenwerfer, roll over the Puma, knock out the Schwerpanzer headquarters, knock out the rest of the base slowly but surely. But interesting enough, he's actually holding a bit back here. Riflemen over out and no cover, and they're coming to fire here from 2 full squares with light machine guns. And they've got another unit wiped out. He's trying to do too much at the same time. And Angreifen's actually taking advantage of that to sort of win the smaller fights here, using his now heavily equipped Volks Grenadiers. So it's actually some issues there that are arising rather seriously here for FoV, and it's rather quickly bleeding him out. And if anything, that really should sort of highlight to him. He needs to sort of deliver a decisive blow to Angreifen with the Shermans, but he's constantly sort of distracted by something. Either it's the Pumas or it's the Volks Grenadiers, or it's something else, which also means he's constantly moving his Shermans left and right. Which overall means a lot of time is actually wasted here. Which is only to the advantage of Angreifen. Second Puma on the way. Volks Grenadiers wiped out to a man, Panzerschreck and Browning dropped. And the crew quickly seizes it. I'm guessing as souvenirs. Second Puma there arriving. There you go. Orbital turning into the Kenwerfer. Veterans before, by the way. True heroes of the Reich. Rather quickly getting shredded there by the Volks Grenadier with the Orbital light machine gun. Again, negative cover, quickly getting cut down. FoV might want to be a bit more considerate of cover. All 3 Shermans swiftly being repaired here. Go, ready to fight again. Even got one very close to veterans free. Veterans one for another. There we go, veterans free. Definitely high rate of fire for that one. There we go, 1 Puma down. Shermans did take an awful lot of fire here, they came out for joining in. Having a bit of a good effect there. Damage engine 1, we got the Puma moving in there. Needs to lay down the smoke screen, needs to lay down the smoke screen. Come on, smoke screen. But no, it seems like Angreifen sees his chance, and there we go, gets one of the Shermans. The veteran to free one did escape, though. That's a small victory there for FoV, but still, he should have tried to lay down the smoke screen. I think it could actually allow him to escape this. Instead, there was a free kill here for the Puma to avenge its fallen comrades in the other Puma, which did not make it. Quickly scavenging even as it's on fire. You know, Heinz? Yeah, is this safe? I don't know. Quickly getting that Sherman repaired and back in the fight. I mean, the faster you can get the veterans of free Sherman back, the better. With another one on the way. He's not even considering getting a Jackson sort of help with the Pumas with a bit further range and such, or for example, you know, clearing up the Schwerpanzer headquarters or anything else. Here we go, the Orbital line leading the charge here. Sherman arriving. "25 kills. Who was engaging there? Using armor prism to try and kill those Obersoldaten. Obviously not having much success. They got a Kenwerfer reaching veterans to a high rate of fire. And there you go, quickly suffering losses. 50 cover fire raking them, of course, armor piercing rounds going in. We got the Pumas as well. Once more ends up pulling back instead of, say, going in for the kill. They're on the Pumas. Need to get that Sherman out of there. In particular, the veteran 3 would be a heavy loss to suffer. Again, he needs to lay down a smoke screen. Instead, we got the Pumas moving in. Then we got Panther as well. Oh dear, caught there, out. Traffic jam. The veteran 3 Sherman was the one sacrificed. He should actually use the other Sherman to sort of cover for the damaged veteran 3. Instead, though, he had the one damaged veteran 3 cover for the less veteran ones. And the assault was the obvious good night. As it was lit on fire, and it's just basically, well, a big, great ball of fire. And of course, the infantry losses keep piling on as FoV just sort of keeps now making all the same mistakes with his infantry. He just keeps spreading them out, just keeps leaving them as easy target despite, you know, having opponent infantry, which is at this point quite strong and easily able to handle it. M20 out of commission. Sherman in a bit of trouble there from the Pumas. If only he'd laid down some more M20 mines, he might be able to catch some more of them. Sadly, never got around to that, despite having the M20 around for quite a bit there. In fact, he just got destroyed now. So, I mean, why weren't there more M20 mines? As they seem to be extremely effective here versus Angreifen, if anything. They still got 2 tanks left, but the tides are shifting towards or against FoV here. Veteran 5 Orbals line, all folks kind of equipped with light machine guns galore. Overall, there are a lot of problems there. Third Puma on the way here for Angreifen. Overall, though, he hasn't really done much use of his doctrine, which I do feel is a bit of a shame. I mean, some Storm QS would have been nice. A Command Panther, I mean, could have been helpful later on.
Enemy movement!
Go. Puma getting up some good shots down the Sherman. 50 cover cleared out. Beyond that, I mean, he's also forgetting about the victory points entirely. But again, it's also in part because he just sends one unit and he doesn't focus on it with his force of proper shields, which just means, again, the folks guns with MD-34, the Orbal line movement, and just mow them down. I mean, it rather seems like while FoV initially played well, as the game progressed, his unit preservation rather went downhill. And he keeps making more and more mistakes as the game progresses. More and more kills inflicted. Once more, the Sherman's being pulled back for repairs that are most direly needed. While the victory points are close as ever, ticking down.
Puma, ready. Ready. They are down only to 50 points. Reconnaissance vehicle ready. Target secured. Armor car ready for action. Target secured. Cobra holding.
Not really much else sort of there. I mean, it's basically just FoV struggling here in the last few minutes, but at this point, it's basically GG. There's too many Pumas now to really force Sherman to stop at this stage. They lack something, and there we go. Surrendered. Game over. A victory for Germany for the Kampfgruppe. Loss for the 2nd Armored Division here. And ultimately forced to pull back. There, a bit of an interesting fact. We definitely saw some different Oberkommand West play, which is, again, one of the primary reasons I showed it. I mean, something sort of made a bit of a repeat appearance, but still overall it was something different. We saw flak half-tracks, we saw Pumas. We saw, you know, a bit of different things. We also saw something that wasn't fortification or Luftwaffe use. So that was great. He did make much use of the doctrine. That could definitely be improved. Same with FoV. He could have used a bit more of the doctrine as well. But overall, I think the problem with FoV was basically, when he had the upper hand, he sort of didn't place it towards something that worked more. Fuel caches, Jackson to support the Shermans. I mean, there was something lacking there. And he just kept getting more infantry, which he then got killed because your extended couldn't pay attention to it all. So in that regard, he made a series of strategic mistakes there, which allowed Angreifen to get back in the fight. Plus, he never really seemed to, when he had an advantage in terms of just armor, he never pushed it. He never just went in to sort of try and deliver some good blows, knock up, say, the Spear Punch headquarters to some of the other buildings. I mean, he held back every time. That also gave Angreifen the time to sort of get back in the fight and slowly but surely whittle him down unit by unit as FoV then just proceeded to commit more and more mistakes. So I mean, you have to try and sort of get in some decisive blows here and there. You can't just sit back and try to wear your opponent out like that. That can be very dangerous. And as you saw here, Angreifen then made the least mistakes as the game went on and ultimately overcame his opponent. So nice jobs here with the M20 Martin. I'm surprised again he sort of stopped with them halfway through. He definitely could also make better use of the smoke screens as well. So there are some things that definitely could have been improved. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everybody. Otherwise, feel free to send any replays or comment in the comment section. So I thank you all and see you tomorrow. Goodbye, you wonderful people.